What's going on, people? Enjoying the last days of the summer. Harvesting is full blast in the Midwest, and here I am turning wrenches. As usual, 379 Peterbilt. I already made a video regarding this, but I'm going to do it again, more in depth. This is a cap mount. This is very shitty cap mount. They've been replaced less than a year ago. I believe this is TRP or MPG, which is a Peterbilt Packard aftermarket parts. They do make some good product, but any kind of rubber mount, the rubber composite part they use, it suck. It dry rots really fast. If you see, it has cracks. Let me turn the camera around. So basically the cap sits on it. I will show you exactly what it is. If it's time for you, right here, see how they cracked up and they become very hard. I'm not a big fan of polyurethane. They're not rubber, they're polyurethane mounts, because I used them on the different trucks and they were too hard, but I never used them on the Peterbilt, so I will give it a shot. It's basically sitting right there. That's what I end up using this time. And if you push it with the finger, they are actually fairly soft. That's how why I end up using it, because when I went to the store, I ended up buying one set for one side, and I end up reusing the old ones on the top. There's this one, and there's another one right over there, basically in the hole right with the bolt comes out. So anyways, there's one behind the dog leg, and there's one sits right exactly right there. So they're not very expensive, but I'm just tired of it, spending money on it. If you end up doing your motor mounts, take them off. Most likely your top one will be just fine, and you can reuse it, leave it on the top. You just need to replace the bottom one. So don't go run in and buy all 4 of them. You can just buy 2 and replace the bottoms. If you're not a big fan of polyurethane, just my recommendation, maybe I'm wrong, maybe some people like it, don't buy the TRP or MPG. They are suck. Like I said, I just literally less than a year ago replaced them, and they already when this motor mount was sitting there, it was completely squashed. I started having a humming noise coming into the cab, every bit of an engine vibration coming in. You start noticing like rattles and squeaks, especially in the sleeper. When you idling, you have to keep messing with your RPM just to get the right tune of the engine. When I replaced them, I remember it was so nice and quiet. So I will give it a shot to Astro, which is polyurethane. See how they work. It is a 5/16 bolt, not in a bolt, 5/16 in case if you're gonna end up doing it yourself. When I do it, I take this dog leg off underneath here. I put it build up. I got a pod jacks, but you can get a block of wood. Take this dog leg off, loosen your motor mount out, which is bolt comes out from the bottom, and then just put your jack right underneath the cap, lift it up, pull the motor mount out, put a new one in. I do recommend it. If you end up doing it yourself, use a lot of NICs, because if they never been changed, you're going to have a hell of a time to take them off. Usually there's a sleeve inside, and they rust it in, and a bolt gets jammed in it, so you're going to have to spin it for quite a while and tap it with a hammer, get the rust out of it before it falls out. But otherwise, it's pretty simple procedure. Usually if you bring it to the shop, I don't think it should take more than, I would say, 2 hours at the max to replace both of them. There's ways to get them out of there pretty easy. My other truck, when I changed them, the bolts won't come out, so I end up using a air hammer, just rattling them really, really hard, and the rust come out and they actually fall off. So it's really simple, very cheap, but the comfort and noise will go away if you replace them. The first symptom on them, if you have a cab mount went out, you will have a big gap between the hood and the motor. When your air suspension completely up, aired up, you will see a bigger gap right here. That means your cab mounts went out and the whole cab moved back. And then right back here, the best thing to do is look on your airbag. If your airbag's leaning back, that way that tells you you need to change your cab mounts fairly soon, or soon as possible. That's all what I got. Thanks for watching.